broken a chip off the face of the hammerhead and wondered how you'd fix it? Let me show you how I did it. Hello and welcome to another episode on the White Dog Garage YouTube channel. My name is Bob. I got this hammerhead many years ago. It came as a part of a pile of tools that I acquired, and it had one edge of one face completely cracked away. I used the hammer for a number of years, just using the good side, and just recently the handle came up for replacement, as they do. They wear out. Anyhow, I thought before I replace the handle, I will fix the chipped out face on the other side, and this video is going to be about showing you how I went about this. I started the repair by completely grinding away the damaged area. What I don't have in this video is original footage of the damage that the hammerhead had. So I'm going to try and reimagine it for you. Here's a hammerhead, and essentially I'll draw with a chalk line. And hopefully get the area, and I think you can see that. So the area outlined by the white chalk was where the damage had occurred. I am doing this weld repair with a specialist repair electrode. It is a low hydrogen, high strength electrode, but in reality probably any 70-18 or 70-16 electrode would do just as well. The welding here is pretty straightforward, laying down a succession of overlapping beads until the level of the weld metal is above that of the original hammer surface. Yes, a bit of imagination is required to visualise where that actual surface is. As the area being welded is small and the beads are laid down one after the other, I don't bother chipping the slag as I go, instead relying on the slag pool from the electrode to pick up the adjoining slag area. It is hard to judge how much weld is required. Too much build-up of weld metal will require a lot of grinding back. Equally, too little build-up of weld metal means going back and welding over again and again. The other thing to watch for is that there is genuine overlap between the beads, as any valley between two given beads needs to end up being higher than the final level of weld that we want to achieve. The shape of the hammerhead makes it hard to gauge how much is needed, so it is better to add more weld than less, and by this stage I felt I had built it up enough. I then wrapped the head in an insulated blanket for it to slowly cool down. I start the reshaping of the welded area on the hammerhead at the bench grinder. I use the bench grinder to get as close as possible to the final shape, leaving a slight excess of material. I then use the belt and disc sander to refine the final shape. Of course, this is all done by eye, mentally projecting the existing hammer surfaces to restore the welded end to the original hammer shape. With the original shape restored, I then used a random orbital sander to do a final finish. This hammer bears many marks from its use over the years, and it's not my intention to erase its history to a perfect surface, just to make it a bit more presentable. If you have been following my channel for a while, you may have seen a recent video on repairing a cracked axe head. It so happened that the axe head was waiting to get its handle reattached when I filmed this bit, and after I finished the hammerhead, I thought I would give the axe head a touch up with the orbital sander too. Probably good that I did, because it was only the cleaning of the surface that revealed the crack. Then it was time to heat treat the hammerhead. I don't know the origin or composition of the steel used in the hammer's head, except that I do know it has high carbon content. So what I'm about to show you is my generic heat treatment for high carbon steel. Here I'm using an oxyacetylene torch to treat the hammerhead, and I am aiming for a temperature of 900 to 1000 degrees Celsius, or about 1650 to 1830 degrees Fahrenheit, where the steel will take on a cherry red colour. This takes a while, and it is important to keep moving the torch and the hammerhead so that the heat is evenly distributed. In the end, I get the colour to orange red, which is about 1100 degrees Celsius, or about 2010 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I put the torch out, pick up the head with long handled tongs, and plunge it into a bucket of water to quench it. I think it is better to go a bit hotter, as it gives you time to pick up the head, take it down to the quenching bucket, because as soon as the torch goes out, the head is cooling down. The hammerhead requires tempering now, and I'm doing this in our kitchen oven. For all you viewers that are saying the wife's going to kill me over this, she won't. There are two reasons for this. One, she is out and she doesn't watch the videos, and two, it's a steel hammerhead. There will be no lingering odour to give the game away. I'm aiming for a temperature of 230 degrees Celsius, or about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and I give it time to warm up to that temperature and then hold it there for an hour. Nicely baked, I take the hammerhead out of the oven and again quench it in water. Now it is on to fitting a handle to the hammerhead, and I'm using a bought one for this purpose. My first job is to use a rasp to shape the tenon to fit the hammerhead. Then I use a tenon saw to cut the slot for the wedge. Once this is done, I use a wooden mallet to drive the handle into the head. I then drive a wooden wedge into the slot in the handle to hold the head in place. Then it is out with the tenon saw again to trim the excess handle that is sticking out past the hammerhead. Finally, I complete the fitting of the handle by driving in two small metal wedges at right angles to the main wedge. I'm painting the front, back and sides of the hammerhead using two coats of a black metal paint. No primer is used and none is required for this particular paint. I finished the hammer restoration by giving the handle a good coating of boiled linseed oil, after which it is ready for use. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I'd welcome a thumbs up, and please share it widely. This channel is about making, maintaining, fixing and restoration projects. And if you're into that sort of thing and you haven't already subscribed, well, think about subscribing. It's easy, just hit the subscribe bar down below. While you're there, don't forget to ding the bell so that you will be reminded by YouTube every time a new video from the White Dog Garage YouTube channel comes out. Thank you once again.